What's this big hunk of meat? What am I doing today?
I'm always big on supporting the community. If you give back, you get back. You know, it's all part of life.
Woo! I got my favorite award-winning rub. I was like, whoa, there's more than just salt and pepper and paprika. Let me take all of my history and my culture background and kind of start playing with different flavors. Look at that baby right there. Look at that, it's jiggling. Look at all these juices that's flowing out of here. Look at that smoke ring. Look at the creaminess. Look at the crispiness on that right there. Woo! Make the best out of your bad times and just know that it's just a moment of time in your life. In order to be a pitmaster, you need to know how to master your pit.
Woo! Grandma would be proud of me. I love them greens, boy. Just get your whole body warm.
Then you just take some of these peaches and drizzle that right on top here with the sauce. See, it's all about presentation. You know, when you see things, let it start with a 10, right? Like let your eyes get hungry. Let your stomach get hungry through your eyes. And then you go into the taste. So this is a perfect plate right here. I love it. All right, I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna take a little piece right here off the side. Yep. Here, you know what? I'm gonna put this nice little, the bite, the savory, the sweet. That's a good pork chop right there. Fill the grill, baby. You know, it goes back to working with my hands. My uncle taught me kitchen cabinets and how to build, not just kitchen cabinets, but finished furniture. And being able to build something and step back and say, wow, I built that. Oh, and then just watch the oohs and the ahs. It's the same thing for me for cooking. You know, when I cook a plate or I cook a dish and people are like, wow, this is awesome. This is the best thing I ever had. And, you know, that just makes you feel better about yourself, and it just helps you with your passion to grow and just keep moving forward. My name is Phil Johnson, Pitmaster, Phil the Grill. What I do is my love. I barbecue and I'm a barbecue pitmaster and I'm the owner of BBQ Trap House. Phil the Grill came into existence because that's actually my barbecue team name. I got it from just hanging out with the guys in the backyard, doing Sunday football back east and just making a great meal on the grill. And someone's like, Phil the Grill, when's food gonna be ready? Aha! You know, I started knowing that I was a good cook as I started getting my older years. I would say about 20, 27. You know, people would come over and they would say, you know, Phil, are you gonna make a certain dish? And then when you would get invited to people's house, they had you bring in the main dish, the appetizer, the dessert. And I was like, whoa, I think I got something here. But I really started getting a lot more notoriety and putting it into a business when I got to Arizona.
Mac and cheese. Everybody likes some good comfort mac and cheese, don't they? So this is my hack. I add a little liquid smoke. So this is an apple smoke liquid that I put into the water and have that boil into the noodles. And I'm gonna add about a cup to 2 cups. You see the string and the pull? Look at the creaminess of that mac and cheese and the cheesiness. And don't remember our little hack, the smokiness. Woo! Look at that skillet mac and cheese. You see the bubbles around the side? That means it all blended together for me. We got some nice smoked pulled pork butt. That's saying something. Then we top it off with a little bit of barbecue. That's our mac bowl at the trap. Trap is an action word, first off. I did spell it different than the regular trap, T-R-A-P. And I put an extra P. And then I put houses, the German way too, right? So, but trap could be wherever you work. So if you're a banker, your bank is the trap. That's where you work. That's where you get things done. That's what you do for a living. So it's barbecue trap house. But also, it's just
being trapped in the house with some good food at the end of the day and good people. My biggest accomplishments in the community is being able to open my doors to give a feel and a place to go just to eat and spend time with other people's families. In life, my biggest accomplishment is my daughters. They actually lost their mom at an early age, and my youngest daughter just graduated high school, and my older kids are already doing their thing as a family. That was my biggest life accomplishments.
My rub that I kind of put together, rub me all over, fill the grill. It's my own flavors that I grew up with. It has smoky paprika, some smoked salt, garlic, some sazon. It has a lot of different flavors I have in here that I grew up with. That's what makes me different from everybody else. You see how heavy I'm going with this? That's fine. It's not gonna be salty because it's a rub. So it's supposed to go on heavy and really adhere to that meat, because this is where you're gonna get your bark from. It's got a nice mahogany color to them. Look at that smoke ring. That's a nice smoke ring that went around there. That's where you get that cherry. That cherry wood is really showing. Some nice ribs right here. Slab Saturday at the Trap House.
Everything's gonna have challenges. Everything is not gonna be, you know, handwriting on the wall. You have to kind of problem solve and figure it out and come up with your own solutions, you know, for the problem. And so long at the end of the day, you accomplished that day, your next day will have its own set of problems or its own accomplishments. Food Network Chop was probably one of the hardest shows that I did. You go out there and you do these takes and you do them over and over and over and over, and then you're like, oh man, now it's time to cook, right? You did all these takes, the walkthrough and the welcome, the exits and this and that, and you don't even know what's going on, and you're trying to remember recipes because you don't have no recipe book. You can't go out there with your phone and look up how to make barbecue sauce on the fly. You better have it in your head. So I was more starstruck once I saw the panel, and these were people I would watch on TV. Now I'm standing face to face in front of them. So once I knocked the dust off, then my TV episodes started getting better. I went to Firemaster. I won the championship there, and you know, it just goes on because now you're comfortable and you know what to expect when you get there, and it just makes it easier for the next time.
You look like the barbecue superhero.
I'm the superhero of the Bronx.
The South Bronx?
Come on, that's the only part of the South I'm from.
But these are nice dinosaur bones. If you want to add some sauce, you could drizzle some sauce on it right now. Look at that baby right there. Whew, it's like Jello. I'll eat a baby back, but I prefer short ribs, and I'm gonna show you why right now. Look at that baby right there. It's jiggling. Look at that, it's jiggling. It's a funny story. I was out at a barbecue comp, and I was just playing East Coast rap, and I had it up a little too loud, and somebody told me, hey, will you turn that crap down over there, right? So I was like, okay, I turned it down. Then at the award ceremony, I started winning awards. And when I started winning awards at the end of the ceremony, the same guy was like, I guess we need to call you the JayZ of barbecue, and it stuck with me.
And then basically all I want to do is sweat that down, get that going for a little bit, mix in that seasoning. I got a little bit of chopped garlic that I'm gonna throw in here. Using the actual onions and garlic will give you a better flavor, and you'll taste that and you'll love that more at the end. Just take it out the water, shake them out, put them in, pop them in the pot. Greens is a slow cook. Let it take its time. Let all those seasonings marry together and become one, you know? Woo! 45 minutes more, but look at the consistency of that. It's all like that dark hunter green. You know, look at the juices. This is good stuff right here. Woo! Grandma would be proud of me. I love them greens, boy. Just get your whole body warm. One bite, it just does something to you.
Don't let situations or opportunities pass you by because you'll never get it back. Fear of failure is great. I don't want to fail, right? So I'm gonna get up extra early. I don't want to fail, so I want to do this, right? Let that fear help you and motivate you to do what you need to do to be successful. It took me a little bit of time to really appreciate lamb. And I think it's because I wasn't getting it cooked correctly. So lamb is actually supposed to be served rare to medium rare. Meat side down first. Look at that nice char. And you just want to kind of baste that in there. You don't want to rub into it to where it's knocking off that lemon pepper seasoning. Like butter in your mouth. Look at the juice just dripping down. This is not like the lamb my daddy made me eat. You know, building a brand is hard. It's not something that's accomplished, you know, overnight. So you have to go at it a little bit at a time. Otherwise, you're gonna frustrate yourself. The worst thing you could do is build a brand that you like and other people don't like, right? So you have to keep in mind that you have an audience that you're trying to grasp and entertain, at the same time build your brand. I got my favorite award-winning rub. My rub actually came in 19th best rub in the planet, and it's not the same as a Texas style barbecue or a Memphis style barbecue or a KC style barbecue. This is Phil the Grill's barbecue. This is my own freestyle barbecue. One guy told me in the barbecue contest, if you want to win, you got to use a winning rub. I was like, how are you going to use somebody else's rub to win? Don't you want to create your own stuff? I created my own flavor, and that's what you have to be. You have to be original. Now, you could copy people's footprints that they left, but then take it, what I call it, P. Diddying it, right? Remix it to make it work for you and your ideas and your aspirations. So now look at these ribs. The rub has actually penetrated right into that meat, and it's adhered to the meat. Woo, look at that moisture from the braise. Nice mahogany with no barbecue sauce. If you look from my beginning to my end, I started off with just catering. Then I did barbecue competitions. Then I built a food truck. Then I built a restaurant. It's been the little small, taking little small bites. Anybody could do what I do, but you have to have your own concept. You know, following my concept and my footsteps is not gonna get you to where you wanna be. Whoa, you see that? You see it dancing? That's making me happy right there. When your Boston butt can twerk. Don't let anybody crush your dreams or hold you back. If you feel like you could do something, give it a try and just take it slow. Don't let history keep repeating itself for your opportunities. Once you find something that you like and you really feel confident that that's what you want to do, jump in there and do it. Here, look at this bite. The juices, the flavor. You have to believe in yourself. Muhammad Ali said it the best. If you're not scared of your dreams, then you're not dreaming big enough. When I started winning awards with my own flavor, with my own style barbecue, it was something new to them. You have to take risks to be successful. If you want to see change, you have to make change. If you're going to bet on anybody, let it be yourself. You haven't let yourself down yet. You know you're going to strive hard and put in 110% on anything you do. So go ahead, you know, take that chance.